Darragh, 3 years, 3 All-Ireland finals, tough training session tonight. You'll have a few more bits of preparation work now to do before the All-Ireland final, but positive spirits.
Yeah, energy was really good there tonight. We had a good reset after the weekend. Girls recovered really well Sunday. Good gym session on Monday night, and then look, they brought the energy there tonight. It was a nice, short, sharp session, but spirits are up. They can't. Why wouldn't they be? I suppose. Look, you're looking forward to an All-Ireland final, running out in front of 40, 50,000 in Croke Park in 10 days' time. It's something to enjoy at this level of sport. Pressure is a privilege. And the girls have the pressure because they're good enough to be inside in an inter-county senior panel that are looking forward to an All-Ireland final. So, yeah, hugely exciting 10 days ahead.
And they definitely have the experience of All-Ireland final day. This is a third successive final, and while there is girls that mightn't have started last year's final that could potentially get the nod this year, they're not showing any signs of shyness with the way they have displayed themselves this year.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Look, unfortunately, we have two bad experiences of our Ireland finals, but on the flip side of that, you have your routine kind of down for All Ireland final day and weekend. You've played in front of that 40 or 50,000, so the noise isn't something new to us. Or won't be something new to us, even to, as you said, if girls get the nod who didn't start last year may start Sunday week, they'll be used to that noise, used to that racket that's going to be around Croke Park on Sunday week. So experience, yeah. Bad experiences, yeah. So we're hoping that third time lucky, that turns into a bit of a good experience.
When we were talking last year ahead of the 23 final, we obviously mentioned the previous final against Meath and if you want to call it the post-mortem that was done ahead of the 23 season out in Brosna. I guess very similar was done after the 23 final going into 24, and obviously with the way yourself and Dec were approaching this year, the girls have really put the shoulder to the wheel, showed their performances. To go unbeaten, all the way to this stage of the competition is a fair testament to them.
It is, and you know what, outside of probably very few people, a lot of teams and a lot of people have us written off an awful lot this year, saying that we weren't clicking and weren't consistent in the league, but we still got to league final. We approached it a little bit differently this year, trying to give girls as much game time as we can, use our panel, strengthen our panel, which I definitely think we have done. We went to Munster, brought back the Munster Championship for the first time in 7 or 8 years, which was a huge goal of ours for the last couple of years that we haven't been able to do. And then we came into the championship. I suppose we timed our run last year maybe not great, got caught in a bit cold by Dublin on All-Ireland final day, so we tried to change a few things about the last couple of months and weeks as well, closer to, I suppose, the first round of the championship, and we did that, and we think they've benefited us. We've looked really fresh the last couple of weekends, and I was just trying to, hone in on tactics. There's going to be nothing mad done between now and Sunday week, so it's keeping the girls as fresh as possible, and hopefully there's one more performance in us.
And looking back even to Munster, I think we spoke at the start of it, it was all about the plan was to peak at the right time, not to peak too early, start off, and we were saying, Kerry were maybe slow to start games, whatever, but as the games went on, he started to show that bit of probably the S&C coming out, and that the girls, you might start a bit whatever, but you finish stronger, and they have shown this, against Meath, against Armagh the last day. Just to name those two, we suppose the knockouts business end of the championship, yep. And that's the kind of thing that you will want them to showcase in All-Ireland final.
Oh, definitely. Look, we trained through a lot of the league, even through the league final and even through a bit of the Munster Championship. We trained really, really hard to, as I said, to try and do something a little bit different this year, so that come where we are now, that we're not training as hard, but we have that load done and we're able to manage it a little bit better and try to peak for game days. So I definitely think since probably the Donegal game, which was just a little blip for us, from then on I think every time we've gone out and played we've been getting better and better, and our S&C, I think our conditioning the last day against Armagh, I think if that game went on another 10 or 15 minutes we would have been fine. Like just looking at Ciara Murphy in particular, like her stats, and we won't go into it, but her stats from the game at the weekend are off the charts. So, and she wasn't tired at the end of the game. I know if there was 10 or 15 minutes more, she would have kept going. So, look, Eric has done savage work with these girls, and they're in great physical shape. They even look at their they're ready and they're primed. And look, our end goal at the start of the year was the 4th of August, and that's 10 days away now. So hopefully we've, as I said, one more bounce in us.
But when you look at the panel and even seeing it tonight with the way the training is, there is fight for people want those jerseys, those 1 to 15 jerseys starting all Ireland final day, and it's not going to be the 15 that's going to win you a game, it's going to be the whole panel. But when you look at, you've got Schifra coming back, and to come back in the way that she did against Armagh was absolutely sensational from the point of view to get the player of the match in her first start over a year after a season-ending injury. And then you have Aoife Delan, who you had a chat with during the league. She mightn't be getting the game time. She's come in, chomped at the bit in the defence. Mary O'Connell, who was a substitute in last year's final, has come on leaps and bounds in the midfield. Danielle is a different animal this year. Deirdre Carney as well as came in. She was a sub last year. She looks phenomenal in the defence, and I definitely think she was giving Armagh a few nightmares the last day with the way she was playing. But the squad is in a good shape at the moment by the looks of it.
Oh, definitely. The squad is in great shape. We're injury-free at the moment. Besides, look, unfortunately, Fianna Tagny's hurt and season is over. But outside of that, the girls are chomping at the bit. And as I said, Eric has done great work with them to get them to this stage of the season in the conditions that they are. And look, going back to what we were talking about a minute ago around the National League, we gave that game time to girls so that when we're talking now, it's very hard for us to pick a 15 for every game that we need to do it, and it changes a lot. It changes in our head probably 10 times before we finalise it. And even out there tonight, like, girls are going hell for leather 10 days out from an All-Ireland final because they want the jersey. Not only do they want the starting jersey, but girls are fighting for, a panel jersey of 30, because we've 35, 36 girls with us at the moment. So everyone wants to be involved on game day. But yeah, a lot of girls have stepped up to the plate this year. As you mentioned, Aoife Delan, Mira Connell, Dee Carney has been exceptional. Big shoes to fill with Emma Sherwood leaving us at the end of the season last year, but by God, she filled them, and she's made it her own. She's not an Emma Sherwood, she's a Dee Carney, and she does what she does, and she does it really, really well. Like in the last 10 minutes, the last day against Sarah, she was exceptional, and she was backed up by her mate at fullback, Kaylee Cronin, who was just outstanding. The last day was the Kaylee of 2 years ago that came out the last day. So look, we're hoping for all those leaders to step up again on Sunday week. And look, it's the team that'll finish at 6 o'clock on August the 4th in Croke Park that's going to win us this game. So that's not going to be a team that starts, and we're very lucky that we have the likes of, over the last couple of games, Lorraine Scanlon, an all-star, bringing her onto the field. She was such a calming influence last weekend to us, and I think when the girls see her coming on, everyone just takes a deep breath saying, Scan's here, it's going to be all right. And that worked the last day. And look, whether she starts as she comes on Sunday week, who knows? But by God, will she play her part.